In 2021, after admitting to myself that I may be depressed, I went to see the doctor. When I was in his consulting room, I remember explaining to him that I was depressed but didn't know why. I was just in a state of darkness for 6 months and didn't know the source of my pain. This lingering sadness became more pronounced with each passing day, and I also remember telling him my story while tears were running down my cheeks uncontrollably. I couldn't hold them back. After listening to me deeply and intently, the doctor told me I showed signs of severe depression and asked to refer me to a specialist immediately. I was diagnosed with severe depressive disorder and spent 7 days at Dr. S.K. Matsike Memorial Hospital in Soweto. I spoke with a psychologist, psychiatrist, social worker, and occupational therapist. But my stay in hospital gave me a new insight into how we as men deal with the mental health challenges that we face daily. The fact is, men's mental health is a hard problem to solve. That's why we don't easily talk about it. But I'd like to go into granular detail and find the core reasons behind men's reluctance to take their mental health seriously. One of the problems is the generic advice that we are constantly bombarded with. We will often trust in our religious and spiritual leaders, our fathers, uncles, brothers, girlfriends, wives, and friends about some of the deeper issues we face, only to be told to suck it up, which does nothing to solve the mental health problems we grapple with daily. Other men are told, be a man. What a vague and nebulous statement. How is that supposed to help a man gain clarity of his mental state? Another platitude men often hear is, you'll be okay. And it's this dismissive approach to helping men deal with their mental health issues that adds to the problem instead of contributing to the solution. Another important problem, in my humble opinion, is a small issue of trust. Very often, men will trust their significant others by showing vulnerability only to have it weaponized against them at a later stage. In the workplace, showing emotions as a man can be seen as being weak in the eyes of your colleagues, those you lead, and the top leadership of the company. So we never trust our colleagues and bosses with our emotions because they might think we don't have the testicular fortitude to handle pressure. I was once in a relationship where being open with my emotions was initially very attractive to my lady friend, but towards the end, it was one of the core reasons why she left. I've spoken to many other men, and they've also shared similar stories of how their vulnerability was used against them later. So it's safe to say, men have serious trust issues when it comes to sharing their mental state with the world. The fact is that trust is earned, and most people don't seem to understand how difficult it is for a man to trust others when he is in a weakened emotional state. We'd rather get stabbed and shot than open up to someone that we don't trust. So instead of getting frustrated that men won't share, maybe we need to explore if the current modality of talk therapy is working for men in particular. Which leads me to problem number 3. Talk therapy, or psychotherapy, involves a structured conversation with a trained mental health professional to help you navigate the issues you might be facing. I think talk therapy is great. I've had many personal issues resolved with the help of a great counselor or therapist. But I've noticed that there's a large percentage of men who do not want to sit and talk about their feelings to a stranger. While there is a healthy percentage of men who do seek out therapy, myself included, there is another group of men who do not seek it out because they don't subscribe to the notion of spilling their guts to a stranger. So instead of getting frustrated that men won't share and encouraging men to do more of what they don't want, maybe we should look at other alternatives. One alternative I would offer is group therapy. One problem is that men who have mental health issues often isolate themselves from the world, so it can be difficult to get one man to get back out there and face the world. But few guys can resist the night around a campfire with other men great food and drinks, and an important topic to talk about. Maybe we need to change the approach to mental health for men, because some of my fondest memories are when I was with other guys and we were gathered around a common goal. Don't worry, it wasn't a gang. Ask any man who's part of a group, be it a think tank or a fan club. Men operate at a higher level when they are surrounded by other men. At an individual level, one of the solutions that worked wonders for me is a concept in the world of psychology known as behavioral activation. This is described as an approach to mental health therapy using beneficial behaviors to influence positive emotional states. The simple fact is that behavior influences emotions. So if we're caught up in a negative feedback loop, coaxing ourselves out of that loop is crucial and necessary. And that's exactly what happened to me. I became tired of being depressed, quite simply. I was angry at the fact that I'm in such a poor mental state, and I remember taking a conscious decision to stop being depressed. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So one of the first things I did was to start listening to music again. I would wake up and play my favorite albums, which would instantly lift my mood. Soon enough, a week would pass without me feeling bad about myself for no reason. Then, 1 month, 3 months, and with time, my outlook on life started becoming more positive again. I could face the challenges of life with a clearer head, and I could feel myself making better decisions with my life. With time, I slowly began coming out of my shell, and I'm still a work in progress as I stand here before you. So, identify things you find joy in doing. 1. Start with small goals and develop a routine using a timetable. 2. Develop a value system that works for you and speaks to your highest aspirations. 3. Make the necessary changes to implement these values into your life. 4. Start with small goals and work your way up to the more demanding ones. 5. Repeat and watch your life improve by the day.